Hi there, Kelly here. I want to make a quick video to show you how to apply your Jamberry nail wraps. Some of you have seen me do this in person and that's great, but others of you have not been able to. So I wanted to give you some quick tips and tricks to making these last. You're going to need a few application tools and then a heat source. Our Jamberry application kit, if you were to get it, comes with all of these tools that you will need to apply your nail wraps. It also comes with these two nail prep wipes, and then it comes in this little purple bag. So that comes all together. You can purchase this with or without cuticle oil. I highly recommend cuticle oil for the health of your nails. Apply it once before bed to each of your cuticles, and that will really keep your nails hydrated. The other thing you're going to need is you're going to need a heat source. Jamberry has this little mini heater, which is awesome. I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn it on right now. It's on, it's very quiet, so you can watch TV when you're doing your nails and you're not going to disturb anybody. And it has just the right amount of heat and pressure coming out. So some of you may have an accent sheet of nails, or you may have a single little sample nail, or you might have the whole sheet. What I do, I'm about to apply this gelato to my nails. I've just taken off my old wraps, and then I also applied the strengthening base coat that Jamberry has. So I've already done that, and I've already cleaned my hands. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to wash your hands really well with a dish soap. I use Dawn. It has a degreaser in it. So that's really important. You're trying to get all the oils out of your fingernails. The second thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to push back your cuticles. We have in our application kit this little cuticle pusher, and you push back those cuticles really well, but you can also use an orange stick if you don't have that. And the reason why you want to do this is because sometimes our cuticles grow up on our nails, and if the wrap sits on that cuticle, then it will not last as long, it will lift. So make sure you get those cuticles good and pushed back. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to buff your nails lightly. You're just trying to rough up the surface just a little bit. You're not trying to get them to shine or anything. And I do this even after I've applied my strengthening base coat. And then the last thing you're going to want to do, and this is really important, is you're going to want to clean your nails one last time with this nail prep wipe or rubbing alcohol. And also for girls ages 10 and younger, we suggest white vinegar. It works better for younger girls, white vinegar does. So if you don't have one of these, you can use rubbing alcohol. We also sell that nail prep cleanser in a bottle, so when your wipes run out, if you want to have this. It has a nice pump top, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clean. For this video, I'm only going to do one nail. I'm not going to show you how to do all of them. So I'm going to do my thumb. It's already, there, it's empty, clean. I'm going to go ahead and clean it with this nail prep cleanser one last time. And if I'm applying all of my wraps, obviously I would go ahead and clean all of my nails. But right before I apply each one, I hit it one last time, because sometimes even when we're like getting our wraps ready, we will be touching our fingernails and we aren't even aware of it. And then you'll get your finger oils back on your nails. So clean it really well. Put that aside. I'm going to turn this on and make sure that's nice and dry. And then since I've been doing these wraps for a while, I know which wrap fits my thumb. What I like to do is I like to cut these wraps right down the center, because each wrap will do two nails. So like this will do my big toe, left toe, big right toe. So I'm going to cut it right down the center of each side, and that way they all stay right on this wrap and they aren't all blowing around by cutting them out one at a time. I used to do it the other way. This way is much easier. So I know that this fifth one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fits my thumb. I've done enough that I know that. And how you can figure that out is the backings on all of these are transparent. So just hold it up to your nail. You can even curl it around. You want to see a little bit of fingernail on either side of the wrap. You do not want it to touch your skin or cuticle. You only want it to touch nail. So always choose a wrap that's a little bit smaller. These also can be trimmed. So if you're kind of in between sizes, take your scissors and cut a little bit off. These can be trimmed. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lift up this wrap. You never touch it with your fingers, because then you'll get finger oil on it. I'm just going to take my orange stick here, fold it a little bit so that corner pops off. It's going to stick right to my stick here. And then I like to put it on cold. Some people like to warm it up first. I like to put it on cold because sometimes when you're warming it up, it will curl a little bit, and then it's harder to eyeball to see exactly where to put it on. So I'm going to put it on cold. And I put it just a little bit above the cuticle. Remember, you don't want it to touch the cuticle. And this way too, if you get it and it's not exactly straight, if it's a little crooked, you can lift it up and reposition it. But if it's a little bit crooked, nobody's going to notice. That's okay. So I have it just resting on there. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to warm it up. I'm going to hold it in front of the heater for about 5 to 7 seconds. Then I'm going to push it straight down the center. Straight down. Then I'm going to warm it up again. And then push it straight down this side. I'm going to warm it up over here. I'm going to push it straight down this side. Remember, if you don't have a heater, you can use a hairdryer for this. And then warm it up again. And push it straight down over the top of that nail. And then, this is one of the reasons I love this tool, is now I'm going to really seal those edges. Get your cuticle pusher all the way around the edges of that wrap and seal it really well. You don't want any oil to seep under that wrap. Now when I wash dishes in really hot water, I will wear gloves because these are heat activated, but I swim 3 days a week and they don't budge, so water does not hurt them. And I just push it one last time. I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to mix up my mani a little bit today. I'm going to put on some of these polka dots as well. But after you let that kind of cool a little bit while you're doing your other ones, and it will harden up a little bit, then you take your file and you file straight down. It will, you can hear it kind of hit the nail. You don't want to tug at it. You just file straight down. Never go side to side or up. That can kind of damage the wrap. Around the corners, sometimes you have to kind of get under and go at an angle, but you're still going down. And that wrap just came right off. So there it is. Super cute. The last step I like to do is I like to take an emery board that has a finer grit on the back, and actually Jamberry just came out with glass files. I'm about to purchase a glass file and use that instead of an emery board. And I like to file a little bit at an angle so that I can get a teeny tiny bit of the top of the wrap off, so that when I'm grabbing things and reaching for the things, I won't feel that wrap right up against my fingernail. I like the wrap to be back just a little bit. So if you do this a little bit at an angle, that really helps that. And that's it. If you want to heat it one more time and push it down, you can, but there's no need. That's it. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.